I want to start that the social event can start faster than maybe expected. Or not expected. Now you are welcome to the dark side of the IT business. It's the infrastructure business, data management business. As my colleague from Amazon also mentioned, we are proud to be here and be part of that community. And we want to give you a short introduction into Netup. And then coming to some, from our perspective, very important things. Because software is not running on software, as you might or experience. So you need a little piece of where it's running on, regardless what you're doing. And you can do it smart or not so smart. And we think we are on the smart side. So, not me, but Jürgen. He will do the smart side. I will do the introduction, and then my colleague, as a solution architect for blog and big data business with Netup, will show you what we can deliver and what you can get from us. So, who is Netup? Just a short introduction, as I mentioned. Then Netup approach to big data, what we are contributing, and we are contributing data management, as I said. But more to come with Jürgen. Then analytic solutions, what you can get from us out of the box, here and now, more or less. Case studies, and last but not least, we are having a kind of offering to you. If you want to do it, as I said, out of the box, immediately, a POC or a POC-like session. Okay. What is Netup all about? Netup is a data management company, and that's what we do, nothing else. But we are a technology leader, accepted technology leader worldwide, and we are also leading the market here in Germany, or in the DACH region, or ASG region, Austria, Switzerland, Germany. As you can see, we are investing a hell lot of money. We are a 7 billion company. We are a hell lot of money in R&D. And that's all about data management, not storage, not spindles or something like that. It's data management. And so we are investing in different areas. You had the chat before with Amazon. Amazon is one of our biggest partners and like partners, as you can say in the new world, in the cloud business. And we are investing in shared and dedicated, and also in Flash Excel modules and systems. What that exactly means, Jürgen will give you a brief or a short and brief update on that, and then we are coming immediately to the big data business.
Thank you, Stefan. So, you probably know Netup as a storage vendor, but it's not only that, it's all about data management, as Stefan mentioned. And Netup itself, if you look at the product offerings that we currently have, is basically FAS here, which is cluster data on top nowadays in green. And with the acquisition of Ingenio from LSI, Netup brought on board also a pure block level based system, which is now marketed as E-Series. You probably know that those systems are sold in quantities of 100,000 per year, mainly because of the big OEM relationship that we had. And this continues now with Netup. So the FAS systems are more integrated into the cloud infrastructure or environment as we see it today. So already mentioned was the big integration or the tight integration we have with Amazon. So there are different options for customers to use fast systems, cluster data on-top systems in combination with cloud. So we heard that a light version of CDOT or cluster data on-top can run in the Amazon cloud, which allows customers to use functionalities from there, and also which is a concept that is also established already in Europe. I think Dublin is one of these compute centers, and now Frankfurt from Amazon, which is established via a co-locator. A co-locator is more or less a compute center that is built very closely to the Amazon compute center, where you have low latencies and can have your data on your own Netup storage, which sits in the co-locator location, and you can use compute power out of the Amazon cloud. So this allows you very easy to use compute power from Amazon and use the fast systems or on-tap systems.
That's by the way, we have the compliance question earlier. That's a nice bypass, a workaround for compliance issues. If you want to have your data on your private data centers and not in the cloud, it's not a must, but it's an option.
Yes. On the right side, the E-series systems are block level orientated, and we have integrations into different stacks, cloud stacks, where you can use E-series as a very reliable and fast block level storage. If you want to go the flash route because you need low latencies and a lot of I/Os, you can use both systems. On the one side, the fast systems and E-series systems with flash acceleration. You can do it via hybrid systems, or you can use pure or set up pure flash systems equipped with SSDs only. Storage Grid is our object-based storage, which is available as an appliance and also based on E-series. So the block level storage that relies on Storage Grid is based on E-series. Then on the lower half, you see here that we have integrations, which is one integration which is done with Cisco that allows you to buy a combined package consisting out of server, network switches, and storage, pre-packed. And I will talk a little bit more in details about that later, which is also part of our strategy. So FlexPod is very successful product combination for end customers. The on-command management software suite is probably more for bigger compute centers that allows you to monitor your infrastructure and show you weaknesses or supplies who are not used. So Netup and big data, how do we understand big data? I think the 3D paradigm is already mentioned or was mentioned already and talked about. So because of the rising amount of data that needs to be managed, it has a high variety of data, the velocity of data is immense, and the volume also. So you need to manage all these concepts here in your data center. Netup itself has a lot of experience with customers with huge data sets. So currently, we probably have 100 customers with more than 10 petabyte, and this scales up to some customers with more than 1 exabyte. What is also contributing here is the OEM landscape, because you might know that Teradata is an OEM that uses E-series only for storing the data.
One slide please, because they are old 3Vs, very old 3Vs. We know all about that. But as you have seen in our live demonstration before, when you have latencies from 38 seconds or 38 milliseconds, you can't run anything. So big smile when we talk about that. It's a big cry when it comes down to prove that. So it's very important in the data management experience that you take care for these 3 weeks. It's not about software. It's not about business case. Forget about that if you don't have the foundation to run these data processes and business processes on an infrastructure that supplies you that. So don't underestimate these when you get into real business. Not just playing, but rely data and business processes on these infrastructures or software or business processes.
Yes. So again, these are the customers that currently use Netup systems for pulling their data. Also, what is very important for you as a customer, if you rely on big data and on the exploitation of big data, you probably also have to fulfill SLAs, which probably leads you away from the cheap approach regarding hardware. So what we can offer you here is best-of-breed storage for data applications. Especially on the E-Series side, we can fulfill tremendous amounts of throughput, and with the flash-accelerated systems, you can get a lot of I/Os with very low latencies. When you need more functionalities like fast snapshots, you will probably need to use CDOT or fast system. So we offer validated ecosystems, especially with the FlexPod architecture, that stack in racks that can start small and can scale up to larger needs. So regarding the Hadoop and big data infrastructure here, it probably has started somewhere here. As we all know, Google and all the social media people developed software more or less based on JBot and very agnostic or specific against all hardware vendors, which leads to an architecture that can overcome failures and can, by simply multiplying the data, can also overcome totally loss of nodes and JBots. The problem here is if you want to scale that into capacity, or if you want to scale it more into the compute area, you probably need a better set of hardware so that you can supply all these needs. Especially if your data has dollar value, that means you have service levels to fulfill and you need to provide specific, let's say, answer times or specific throughput in a certain amount of time. And for these specific purposes, we developed the infrastructure and packages that we will now take a closer look on. So especially when it comes to, let's start first with the implementation part. It is much easier if you get or buy a predefined package from Netup, a FlexPod architecture that gives you a validated design, which is very fast to install and where you can get professional services help for the implementation, which also leads then to better availability, which gives you also the ability to operate it faster, because when the disk, for example, fails, you get automatic replacement, which is integrated into the support when you have a FlexPod architecture. Also, if you want to expand regarding capacity or performance, it is quite easy to use FlexPod and then set up more FlexPods or expand the existing FlexPod architectures. It has shown that